Okay, so hello guys, and welcome to another stream. And today I'm going to be discussing the Switch 2 and... Oh, the audio... Huh. Okay, yeah, the audio should be working. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be discussing the Switch 2 in this stream, and playing Antonblast Peak. I'm going to skip since I already know I've played most of the game. I only have like... Oh, okay, I'm gonna turn down the game audio since it might be a bit loud. Is this the Switch 2 in this stream? Oh, sorry about that. Little bit of I accidentally had it playing in the background. But yeah, I might turn down the audio just a little bit since this is a loud game. But it's Peak. It's Peak. Everyone in the chat should play it. It is very good. But yeah. Oh, I heard about that ROM hack, Super Starfy. That's pretty cool. PROA, yeah, I heard about that. I think that's pretty cool. So, I'm just gonna turn down my OBS volume a little bit, just so the game audio isn't too loud. So, yeah. But does everything sound okay? But yeah, this game is absolutely incredible. Because I knew I was gonna like it when I played the demo, like early last year in like 2024. Because there was that demo that came to the Switch. I think it was after that Indie World. Yeah. Oh, I have a good idea for a goal. I could try to like attempt cracked on some stages if I get the super chat goal. But yeah, before I get into the Switch 2 discussion, Antonblast is joining, or not Anton Retro is joining in a few minutes. But yeah, coincidentally, but yeah, he's gonna join in a few minutes, but yeah, this game is just absolutely incredible. Honestly, it's one of my favorite 2D platformers of all time, I would say. Like, I knew I was gonna like it, but I didn't realize I was gonna like it this much. It is, like, so satisfying, the control. And I think the difficulty of this game is perfect, too. It's not too easy, but it's also, like, not too difficult. I mean, getting, like, cracked on some stages is, like, pretty difficult, but it's, like... The game, like, if you're just playing the game itself normally, it's, like, not that hard. But it does have some nice challenge towards the end of the game, with some of the bosses and things. The bosses in this game are excellent. Some of the best bosses I've played in a 2D platformer, period. It is just that good, I would say. Okay, missed that. There should be a mod that put Anton Retro's icon over, Anton. Yeah. Oh yeah, that would be pretty funny. I like how there's like some inspiration from Virtual Boy Wario Land as well. I think that's pretty cool. Like with the fact that you can go into the background. I missed that there. I always forget about that. I need to play Anton Ball at some point. I heard that was good. Reese, have you seen my color wheel that I did on your Discord server in the art channel? It was my last art of 2024. I'll have to see. Okay. Why did my controller disconnect? That's weird. But yeah, I want to go ahead and start talking about the Switch 2. Like, it's crazy the amount of leaks we've been getting. This is like the most leaked console ever. Like, you don't... Oh my gosh, why is it... Okay, I'm just gonna... There we go, I'm just gonna... It's been charging for a little bit, so I'm just gonna disconnect it there. How did I die there? That was weird. That was a little embarrassing. But yeah, it's like, I don't really think about it at first, because I'm like, because it's just been leaked for so long. Like, so many details about this console have been like, I think like since 2023 we've been getting things. And like the things from 2023 are actually surprisingly accurate, I would say. Man, this game is just so satisfying. To just smash through everything. Okay. But yeah, it's like you don't really realize it at first. It's just so weird. Like, it's crazy, like, when companies are basically showing, like, accessories and things for it, and they're basically showing, like, models of the console. The 17th. Yeah, I'm, like... I don't know if it's gonna happen. I was, like, discussing this with Anton earlier. Not that Anton, but Anton Retro. We were talking about, like, if it could be, revealed next week or not. But this dialogue's pretty funny. But,
What the hell are you talking about? I banned you for not paying your tab. It's been months.
But, like, we're discussing, like, if it could happen or not because of Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Like, because that's, like, not a huge game. It's, like, just a port, but Nintendo treats ports like new games. So I don't know.
Hey! Don't tell the health inspector, but I think it smells like cat piss in here. And that's not even the worst of it.
Necro Felipe says it's the 17th reveal is fake. Yeah, that one post that said the 17th, that it will be like 400 Canadian or something. I don't know. That seems too good to be true, I would say. Because that would mean it would be like 350, or actually no, that would be like 300 USD.
Wait. I'll tell you what. Well,
Oh wait, I didn't mean to buy that. Oh, that's fine then. I don't really care. I was gonna wait. But, I'm so used to playing with So Retro Anton. Not Anton Retro, but the So Retro skin in this game. Because that's my favorite skin. Actually, I started using like Atomic Purple more, like the Game Boy Color one lately. Yeah, like why would it release on March 7th? That doesn't make any sense. Like,
didn't expect the devil himself to flash before your eyes. This isn't a game.
I like the little things with Satan at the beginning of each level. I think that's pretty funny. Oh! I forgot to do the goal. If I get 5 super chats, any price, I'll set like a maybe 45 minute timer, and I'll be okay. Okay. Yeah, if I get 5 super chats, I will attempt doing some cracked runs in Antonblast. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I just need 5. 5 chats and Peter Griffin will find the One Piece. Yeah. I forgot to connect the Stream Deck this time. But yeah, I don't think that January 17th one is... I'm not rolling out next week, but at the same time, like, I don't know, Nintendo, like, never reveals things on Fridays anyway, so I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's gonna be the case. I always miss that. Oh, thank you, Soshi. But yeah, it's, you know, the interesting thing is about the Switch 2 leaks is that we haven't seen anything from... Oh my gosh, why does my controller keep disconnecting? That is weird. I hope the Switch 2 doesn't do that. So Switch 1 can be weird about controllers, as we've seen with Drift. I don't know, like, I am so brain-rotted about the Switch 2 stuff, is that I'm calling the regular Switch the Switch 1. But yeah, we haven't seen any, like, leaks for, like, software at all. Which, I mean, that's what always happens. But at the same time, like, at this point, from, like, everything that we've seen, it's just kind of a little odd. They'll probably reveal in March and release in September. That seems way too late. I do not think it's gonna release in September. Like, after everything we've seen, honestly, I think Nintendo would be shooting themselves in the foot if they reveal it in September. Unless you're joking. I don't really have that much time to read the chat, but, I mean, even if they do wait until March to reveal it, I think they're probably going to release it like around like June, I would say. But if they reveal it in January or February, it's probably going to release in like April or May. I am definitely guessing April or May. April, if it's this month. I think the April rumor has a little more merit to it. I could actually see that happening. Though it would be a bit weird if it came out like a month after Xenoblade X. Like you have this big, massive open world game, and the Switch 2 comes out right after that. I mean, yeah, like the Switch 2 or the like Xenoblade X, like I know like for Nintendo, like they probably don't see it as a huge thing, unfortunately. But because I'd love them to push that game out a little more because it's really good. But they might have like some kind of 4K update for it. They might like reveal it like right after they reveal the Switch 2. Like, oh yeah, some of our late Switch titles like Thousand Year Door, Xenoblade X, Mario and Luigi Brothership are getting 4K updates. That would be nice. I'm wondering what the launch games will be. I'm thinking either 3D Mario or Mario Kart. That is like the 15th time it disconnected. That is so annoying. Seriously, what is going on with my controller? Imagine if they re-release Splatoon. They're not. I know you're probably joking, but like, what is going on with my controller? Why does it keep disconnecting? That's starting to get annoying at this point. I don't know why it's doing that. That is weird. Yeah, if they're... Yeah. Like, that's what I was about to say, Super Starfy. If they, like, if they're doing backwards compatibility, I don't know why they would, like, just re-release Switch games. This isn't a situation, like, from the Wii to the... or the Wii U to the Switch. Where, they actually benefit from re-releasing those games. Now, there's, like, no point. Because, like, the Switch 2, or the Switch, sold really well. And, yeah, I don't know why they would re-release the... That was a little embarrassing. I was not intending on dying there. Because Jack Attack is extremely judgmental of my Antonblast skills, so I guess I'm gonna have to look like I'm good at this game. So... Don't be like Sonic fans, Jack Attack. Sonic fans... That's what Sonic fans do. They complain at how other people play Sonic games. Okay. Okay. There will definitely be a Splatoon 4. I think Animal Crossing is probably coming first, because that's probably the next thing that that team... Because there's, like, I think the same team in EPD develops both, Animal Crossing and Splatoon. So... So I think Animal Crossing is coming first, because that sold better. And at the same time, they're probably going to do some kind of 4K update for Splatoon 3 anyway. I think a lot of, like, late Switch games are going to, maybe even a few early Switch games, will get, like, 4K updates. I want to see if Anton Retro is ready to join. Let me see. Anton said he would be ready to join in like 10 minutes before I started the stream, so yeah, I'm not sure. Okay. What is it going on with my Switch right now? It keeps pairing controllers and things. What is going on? Oh, hi, Danton. Okay. Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing how the next Mario Kart game will look. Yeah, like more creative characters. I want to see like Geno and Mallow and stuff like that. I don't think Nintendo would have a problem getting the rights to those characters from Square, because that's just like advertising for them. I guess, well, for Square, that's just kind of like some recognition and things. And Nintendo probably, I think like the thing is, the problem with like Geno and Mallow, I don't think it's like an issue with Nintendo getting the rights from Square, because I think they could probably easily get that. I think it's more of a case of Nintendo not wanting to include them in games, and they don't have the motivation to. I think that's probably what's happening with them. Okay. But yeah, also, like, I'm also hoping, like, for some Paper Mario characters, too. Like, Vivian. Maybe even some Mario and Luigi characters, too, like Connie. Or Zocket. I know I would love to see Redacted as a character. I would absolutely love to see Redacted. I'm not going to say who it is, because it's spoilers. But I just think it's probably not possible, since they're a spoiler character. Of all times for it to disconnect. Of all times for it to disconnect. That is really annoying. That is like... Oh my gosh. Of all times for my controller to disconnect. Finally. There we go. Okay. At least the next level coming up is pretty good. Not for doing, combos on, but, like, just a good level, I would say. Okay. Yes, I will defend Cinnamon Springs. It's a good level. If you're not doing combos on it. I think what's happening is that, like, I have a few, like, things in the way between my Switch and my controller. I think that's why that's happening. Okay, so we have the boss. I'm gonna restart that. Like, it's a good stage if you're not trying to 100% it. Or I guess 100% it in terms of, like, combos and like, time trials and things. I was about to reset. I'm just gonna restart, because... Hopefully we can get an open world Mario game for the Switch too. I want it to be, like, open world in the sense where it's not, like, entirely open world. But, like Bowser's Fury-sized areas, like, multiple Bowser's Fury-sized areas, because I think it would be a bit limited if there was, like, one huge open world. I think, like, it should be, like, several Bowser's Fury style areas. Okay. Honestly, I'm the only one who really hopes for Mario Kart 10 won't come out in 2025 and wait till at least 2026, so it won't be a rushed 32 track since Wave 6 is not even 2 years old. Well, the thing is with the Booster Course Pass is that I don't think it took much effort to make, because they are mostly, like from Mario Kart Tour. So I don't think it really took that much effort. Honestly, I think they were doing the Booster Course Pass while they were developing the next game. I think the next game has probably been in development for, like, a while. And I think the Booster Course Pass was just, like, something to release, like, while... I think it was really just something to release while they were doing the, while they were developing the next Mario Kart game. Demeech didn't want to join since he's actually working on a video about the Switch 2, so... Oh, I've already beat this boss before. You don't have to give me tips. I've already beaten most of this game. Actually, I only have like a couple more levels to do. I'm just trying to get like the minimum. I'm just trying to minimize damage here. Because I just like to do the least amount of damage possible when I'm trying to do bosses. This boss isn't that hard. I'm just, like, resetting it. Oh my gosh. Except for that. Except for trying to... I was just... I thought Anton Retro would be able to join. I'm not sure about that now. I'll just have... I might text him. Yeah, it's just annoying when I'm trying to, like, attack him. That's, like, probably, like, the most annoying part, I would say. Because sometimes I, like, accidentally try to, like... I accidentally do, like... Yes, this game is peak. What? I wasn't paying attention for a second. I don't know what just happened there. Why do I keep doing that when I'm trying to attack? That is so annoying! It's like kind of hard to talk while doing this. Like, I don't know. It's like... Your controller's battery is low. Well, it was doing that while it was charging, too. Okay. I should probably try to be more precise with my controls here. I did not have that much trouble with this boss when I first did it. That's probably because I'm trying to talk while doing it. I think that's what it is. So is anyone else gonna super chat? Or is the goal off, basically off now? Okay, yeah, I have to be, like, precise with this. Hold on, I'm gonna text Anton real quick. Just to see if he wants to join. I have to be, like, really precise about it. I might even use the D-pad while I'm trying to do it. Oh no, even the D-pad is not working for me. Okay. Oh, come on. I wasn't even having that much trouble with the other bosses in this game. Why does the game always try to screw me over while I'm streaming? It's like I'm Oh! Hey Anton Retro, you're definitely welcome to join now. So I'll go ahead and call you on Discord. Hey!
Hey.
So yeah, I'm playing your game right now.
I can't hear you for a second.
Oh.
I think I did something wrong.
Oh, wait.
There we go. Now, can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, I can hear you. Yeah, I know.
Wait.
It shows that my mic is working on my end.
You
So-
hold on.
Okay.
I did something. Okay, there we go. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Now. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Yeah, I made a big mistake with that.
Yeah.
Discord was like, "I want to change this." I was like, "Okay," and then I didn't
Oh,
realize
yeah.
that I changed. So. Oh. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just playing some Lego Fortnite with my cousin.
Yeah, and I'm playing your game right now.
Oh yeah. Exactly. I'm I'm the main character.
Yeah.
Anton himself, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it has to be you. Your channel colors are red.
Exactly.
And Anton is red.
Yeah. That is exactly right. I guess what have you been talking about on the stream so far?
So we're kind of talking about like some of the leaks and also like our predictions for the Switch 2. Like in terms of like
Okay.
Mario Kart and different things.
Okay. That's cool.
Wow, that was so cheap.
Um,
How I just get attacked right at the beginning there. It is a fun boss, though.
Yeah. That's good, that's good. Yeah, I've seen some of the leaks, but... Do you think that one is legit?
Oh, the one that you sent me? No, I
Yeah.
really don't think that's gonna...
I don't think so either.
March 7th is just kind of
too
crazy.
low. Yeah, I was thinking maybe like late March or April. I just find it like it's a bit too early because like think about it. They would have to announce the console January 17th, do marketing and stuff for 1 month and the console comes out. At least the original Switch they had quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
I don't think that I think even the Switch Lite and the Switch OLED would have a longer amount of time until like from reveal to like release. So I don't buy that. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all.
Yeah.
Now, if it was like, oh, it's coming out April 3rd or something, I bet, okay, that makes a bit more sense,
Yeah.
right? Because at least it gives them 2 solid months to market, but only 1 is a bit weird. Again, maybe they're like, yeah, it's released, you know? And again, I guess that's the thing, too. Releasing it as soon as possible might not be a bad idea, because people still have to get it anyways, right?
Yeah.
People still it takes time for a lot of people to get it, so releasing it early isn't that bad of an idea, but... You know, I just don't think there's enough turnaround time. Now, could it be revealed January 17th, 100%? It could. Yeah. Apparently that's a Friday. It could still be announced. I don't think that is a bad idea. Since Donkey Kong comes up on the 16th, right? Is it 16th, the Thursday? So, it could be, or it could be on the 15th as well, on the Wednesday. So I don't know. It could be any of those days. Because I went to Walmart today and I saw that the Donkey Kong Country Returns like marketing thing. They had like a little poster.
Yeah.
That's coming out soon. Though they had a copy of the 1,000 Year Door. They had 1 copy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And you know what's weird? They had some old games too. They had copies of Kirby Star Allies.
Huh.
Beside they had copies of Kirby Star Allies next to Return to Dreamland Deluxe, which I think is funny.
Yeah.
They had both of them.
Yeah.
I was because that like Allies is an old game, so I was surprised to see that there. But they had Switch Sports. They have Mario Strikers Battle League. They had a few of those. Fire Emblem even. They had a good selection of stuff. I just didn't see Mario Odyssey wasn't there, like some of those earlier I games, like I don't know if I saw Breath of the Wild. Maybe it was there. It might have been there. I did see Skyward Sword and a few other ones like Link's Awakening and Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Maybe it was there. I don't remember. They didn't even have Mario Party Superstars either. So, but they had a good selection of stuff. It's cool.
Yeah. So with the Switch 2, what do you think the I wanted to talk about like the C button again, because I know that's like a big topic for discussion. Do you think it means cast or connect?
I mean, I guess it could be multiple things, but I guess it depends. To me, this is what I think, because it's apparently on Pro controllers as well and stuff.
Yeah.
So which is kind of weird, because if it was, then you wouldn't need the cast button. But again, these were third-party ones, so you know what I mean? Like they were third-party controllers, so you never know. So like, oh, Steven, let's add that to our controller as well. It might not make sense, you know what I mean? So they might have just added it to add it. But if not, then the C button could be cast, but like the chat thing makes no sense, because like why would a chat just pop up on your screen? That's a little weird. I don't think there need to be a button for it.
Yeah, like imagine if you're playing like Mario Party like with singular Joy-Cons with people and someone just presses the chat button like, oh, what does this do? And they just like, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah, plus like not every game is even multiplayer, and like you'd have to be tied to NSO, so it's like it's kind of weird. It could be camera, but the system doesn't have a camera, right?
Yeah.
As far as we know. It could be like I know there's an idea about it has like a camera add-on like little thing you could attach, but why would the controller need that? Makes no sense.
Yeah.
So it's a bit mystery. So it could be camera maybe, but I don't think so. Could it be that cursor button? And like it enables the cursor, but
No.
like, it could be that because isn't that the Joy-Con that has that?
Yeah, actually, I don't know.
Yeah, which one was the one that?
Actually, I think that was the left Joy-Con. The left Joy-Con is blue, right? Or the one with the blue coloring on it. And then this one was on the right
left
Joy-Con.
one. Yeah, because the right one would make. I mean, probably I would assume would both of them have it, or would both of them have that thing? I don't know. Cause yeah, like this was like you'd think you press the button and use it for the cursor, right? But that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like that could be again like why would a controller have that? Let's see. Yeah, you are right about because I was actually thinking about that too. Yeah, the controller that has that is on the left. It's the blue and the left one.
Yeah.
So, unless the other one does have it too, the other side. But maybe it does have it. Wouldn't surprise me to be honest, but that's the thing though. Why would it just be on one of the Joy-Con?
Yeah, that would be weird.
It's honestly it's such a good mystery. Nintendo knows how to do it properly. Nintendo always knows how to confuse us. Yeah, it could be that. I can't really find much information telling us about if it has that stuff. Yeah, but then again, why would the other one have it? So I don't know. Maybe that's true.
Also, I wanted to talk about 4K a little bit because I remember someone mentioning, like, on a comment saying, "Oh, 4K is not going to be possible on the Switch 2," and I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna be like as powerful as like the Xbox Series S when docked. I think like it could run some games, like not all games natively 4K, but like that's kind of a nuanced discussion about like 4K. Like I mean, like because when you say 4K, that could mean upscaled 4K, which I feel like is very likely for the Switch 2. But then also, like, some games aren't very demanding and probably wouldn't be that hard to run in 4K, like Switch 1 games, indie games, even some of Nintendo-published Switch 2 games. I don't think they would be that hard to run on the Switch 2 in 4K, so I think it will have 4K, but not every game would run in 4K. If something like Elden Ring or, trying to think, like, the Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, or eventually that would happen, but like Final Fantasy VII Remake, like if it was like something like that, then maybe that would run at like 1440p natively and not 4K, but would get like the upscaling for 4K. That's what I'm thinking. Because some people are, I feel like that's kind of like when someone was saying, oh, 4K is not possible on the Switch 2, or probably won't be possible. That, like, I don't know. Like, you can't really be too sure about that, because, like, the PS4 Pro had 4K, even though it wasn't, like, always native 4K, it still had 4K capabilities. So if the Switch 2 is going to be around that power level or more, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think it will be pretty powerful and I think 4K is probably what they're gonna go with.
Yeah.
It would make sense. Like especially for the dock, right? The dock can easily have that stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, I was just I'm actually looking here at like ideas for the C button. It could be cast, it could be control center or something where it's like you pop it up and you press the button and it comes up with like a little dock where you can control settings and stuff in the game without leaving it. Like it could be like a pause menu sort of thing. Called like control or something center. You know, maybe it's something like that where you press the button because it has to be universal, right? So it has to be like, if you're in a game, you press the button, and now you're in a little menu, right? And then, you know, something like that. It could be, can have to be kind of generic.
Yeah.
It can't be, like, you know, take a screenshot, right? I don't know.
Oh, someone said in the chat, I just wanted to mention this.
Oh, yeah.
Someone in the chat said, I hope it's not AI 4K. I think you're thinking of DLSS. DLSS is not a bad thing. It is like, it's not the AI that you're thinking of. It's not generative. It's like, it's definitely...
Yeah, generative AI is a different thing.
Yeah,
generative AI is using, like, systems to try and make other things.
Yeah, this is like...
Yeah.
This is just upscaling the image, which is not really true AI. They just call it that. So it's not a bad thing. Like, I mean, yes, there are some artifacts here and there, but
it's upscaling technology.
Yeah, but it is moral. It is a moral use of AI, I would say. It's not like it's not like generating something out of thin air.
You know, the YouTube algorithm, that's AI. Like, there's so many things that you use every day that are AI technologies that you just wouldn't know.
There's also like AI used in like medical things, like that are actually doing like really good things, like for like cancer research and things that I heard recently. So AI is kind of a buzzword. It's not like an all, like, the whole concept of AI is not like just like a whole like bad thing. I mean, generative AI, yes, that does suck. I do agree that generative AI is bad, and that it's really bad that people want it to replace artists and things. That is really bad. I agree, but you can't use AI as like an all-encompassing term. It's more nuanced than that, because it's like sometimes, like, because AI can mean a lot of different things.
Yeah, it's a word that's been used around for a long time. I remember the first kind of time when I heard about it being like a major thing was when Adobe introduced like their Sensei AI thing, which could, like, you know, you could just hover around an image and it just cut it out, like, you know, saving you time on something that's like actually tedious and kind of annoying to do, right? When those things I remember with the Adobe Sensei stuff back in, I think it's 2018, and they were experimenting with this idea of AI technologies being used to help. You know, that stuff was pretty cool, and you know, AI was used for that, and it was really cool. And then of course there's like AI to help, you know, whether it's something to do with, you know, for audio, to help with audio, there's like AIs for that. There's AIs for like algorithms, right? And, you know, AIs have been used a while. Even like you could even argue something as simple as Google Translate is an AI, right?
Yeah.
Just the problem is that, yeah, generative AI is the kind that
is,
you know, that is able to like make, you know, clones of us, you know.
Yeah, that
right?
we should really
like AI Reseat.
Yeah, when we're talking about AI being a problem, that's generative AI. That's a problem. Finally, I got into that. Okay. I was just trying to get the spray
AI
can.
and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's like a bunch of AIs that are really useful. I mean, again, it also depends. Like, you can really make basic AIs that are just like very simple systems, right? It's just sort of the word that's been used around, right? Kind of like how, like, you know, NFT, metaverse. Remember that stuff?
Oh yeah.
The metaverse, and it's like that was a buzzword that made no sense because the metaverse already exists. And like, literally, there's already so many metaverse concepts that exist. Right, it's such a vague term, and there's a lot of those that are so vague that it's like, you know, it could be so many different things, but it's just that, you know, it's marketability, right?
Yeah.
What is the best AI? The best AI is the ones that help you remove tedious work, or help, like, you know, no one wants to cut out an image, right? No one wants to cut out an image. That's nothing to do with creativity wise. That's just time-consuming and annoying. So to me, like, something that is the best AI is something that can help you speed up a process or something that can
Oh,
help us do something that we normally weren't able to do.
I just wanted to say real
that
quick.
still benefits our skill sets. You know
I
what
got
I mean?
I got the Action 52 reference here.
Oh yeah. Let's see. It's that like weird game, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's like a
The
couple
NES
skins in the
game.
game. There's a couple skins in the game that reference Action 52. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the that's kind of the AIs though. Like, you know, there are so many AIs that we use all the time. Whether it's an AI to help you, you know, get the best directions home, whether, you know, there are good uses of AI.
Yeah, I think it's a more nuanced discussion than just AI bad. Because, I mean, yeah, a generative AI, that's a problem. But, like,
Yeah,
if
like,
you're
you
us-
know, when an
it's-
AI is like, oh, I'm gonna help you make something that you could probably just do. It takes a bit of time. You know,
Yeah.
it's something that, you know, that you like, you know, generating, for example, you know, images and stuff. I guess, you know, to me, it sort of depends. I think what kind of image and stuff you're generating. If you're generating like someone trying to make an art piece, and it's like I generated this. That I think is just really dumb.
yeah, that's...
Like that's just kind of weird. Like I don't agree with that. If you're generating like, I need a gradient background, like okay, like that's fine. You know what I mean? Like to me, I think that's fine if you need like some quick clip art of like a basic pattern and something, and you just need it to create it. Like that's okay, right? But when it's like, oh, I need to create like character designs, and I'm gonna use them. That's the thing. You know, when this stuff sort of happened, I thought mainly, oh, people are going to use this for concepts, you know what I mean? To try and come up with ideas and try to think of ideas. But no, people are just like, I'm just going to use it, right? Even if it's not great and looks weird. And that's
crap,
the
I'm trying to
biggest
get
issue.
into this.
People are using the stuff the AI is giving them, even if they're like issues with it. And I've started to notice for a lot of like companies, right? Like,
yeah,
they're just using it. Even
they're
though it looks
acting like
awful.
it's really bad. They're acting like it's like a replacement to like something that you could just like you'd get like a graphic designer or an artist for. It's like it looks terrible. Like with the stuff that they've been using, like with the that Coca-Cola AI commercial, like the AI books that are the AI
have you
books.
Seen the AI, have you seen the AI Nissan commercial as well?
I haven't. But
yeah,
I
like
assume it's bad.
They made the background all AI. Maybe it's just a Canadian commercial. I have no idea. Nissan AI commercial, I think it was. It was yeah, it was a commercial, and they just put like an AI background. It looked really weird.
Yeah. And yeah, just like with generative AI, like with the way like companies and people have just been using it, like they just like just put it out to everyone, and it just like it just looks so blatantly terrible. Like it's like how like
yeah,
it's almost
I think
like
I found it.
It's
I think
like
it was a Honda ad.
It's almost in people are almost like super like they're not even like self-aware about how bad it is a lot of the time. It's just like they just post like some just actual slop smeary character image, and it just like, do you even realize what you're posting here? It looks awful.
Yeah, like the fact that they're just like, oh, it's fine. They're not even like touching it up or getting like people to say, oh, okay, let's try to make it better and fix it. They're like, nah, it's good enough. Let's see, I'm trying to...
I recently saw this thing about like these AI books, like children's books, like about like Mr. Beast and Elon Musk. They look terrible. Like it's like...
I found the video here. Someone saved it. Send it in DMs if you want to see it. It looks
I'll look at it in a
really
second.
bad. Yeah. You can just tell they're like, yeah, I just make the background AI generated, and if it looks a bit off, no one will know. And it's a bit strange, you know? And the fact that they just don't have that standard just means that, well, they'd rather not have people work for them than, like, they'd rather sacrifice the quality if it means they can pay less for it. And that, I think, is pretty bad. Right? They don't have a standard then at that point.
Yeah.
Right? Which I think is pretty weird. And mainly, you know, you're supposed to make pretty high quality stuff. Or well, they're paying for your time and work, right? So the fact is, like, you know, we're just not gonna do that. It's just kind of strange, in my opinion. I mean, well, I don't think it's an opinion, but yeah, it's just strange in general. I don't want to say opinion, but yeah, I mean, it's weird and quite unfortunate.
But things like DLSS upscaling, that is not a problem. That is not like the same thing as like generative AI that we're talking about. Like with like a lot of these really weird things we've been seeing. Like there is definitely a difference there. Like one is definitely like more acceptable than the other.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think that as companies are like, oh, we can do it cheaper, right? That's the problem.
I remember like there was like a in like one of my classes last semester, there was like a guest speaker or something, and they used AI in their presentation for an image, and I'm like, really? This doesn't look professional. Like, it's like...
Yeah, I've seen, like, when companies use it for, like, really professional stuff, I'm just like...
It looks very unprofessional.
Yeah, it's like, you wouldn't even want to get, like, some just stock images, or, like, images that you have as a company that you probably just do have. And it's really weird, because you can just tell they're like, oh, we have to throw it together just to make some AI stuff, and it's okay. But you can just tell it's off, right? And most of these companies kind of don't care anymore. So, yeah, I don't know. But to me, it's quite unfortunate. And well, that's the thing. It's not like it's going away anytime soon. So we just sort of have to do what we can with it, and you know.
At the same time, I don't think it's as big as like people are hyping it up to be. I think like, because I mean the thing is, like the iPhone 16 sales were pretty lackluster for Apple, and that was the phone they were pushing out for like all the AI stuff, and the Apple's,
I mean, it's
like,
kind of cool. I've actually tried it. I've actually, my mom has an iPhone 16.
Though I'm just talking about more.
Neat.
I'm just talking about more how like I got an iPhone 15 recently, and I actually really like it. But
I guess you have the ability to do the Genmoji.
I think. But the thing is,
I think you have it. It's pretty cool. I actually tried Genmoji, and it works really well.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not necessarily like what Apple is doing, but how they're advertising it, because their AI commercials are just terrible. Well, it's not like AI commercials, but the commercial about the Apple Intelligence.
Was it that
thing,
commercial
they're
about
terrible.
like? Oh, there was the Genmoji one that was kind of funny, but I haven't seen too many of those.
Basically, what these commercials are, it's like lazy people who don't want to do anything. They just use AI to do something for them, and it's just like, it's just really obnoxious. Like, I don't think it's popular among most people, I would say. But like,
I haven't really seen them, but those commercials.
I'll show it to you later. But it's like, they're very unpopular. Like, it's almost like Apple is like mocking.
Well, I remember that weird commercial. Remember that one that they did earlier last year, middle of last year, where it was like they were squishing everything. Do you remember that trailer? That was like really controversial.
I don't remember.
Where it's like they were crushing. It was like the giant it was like a press, and it was like cracked. It was like they were saying like, oh, you don't need a real piano, you don't need a real guitar, you don't need real paint. Just iPad does everything. And it was like, we're like, what? What are you like? It's not a replacement, and they were acting like it was like, oh, you don't need this stuff. And then they got so much dislike for it. I think Apple took it off the air or something.
Yeah, basically, yeah. the Apple AI commercials are basically like people who are just like super lazy, don't want to do anything, and they just have a like it is just really annoying. Like it's like basically trying to get the like AI to do everything for them because they don't feel like doing it, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's just like the way they handled it is just like really annoying.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like Apple's insulting their like customers and everything. It's just like that is like not a good way to go about advertising that. Like just depending on how you feel about like Apple Intelligence and everything, I just feel like that is just a really bad way of going about that, I would say. And I feel like this big AI push that companies are doing is just really not the best thing. I feel like I feel like that's not really working out for a lot of companies. I mean, like, things like AI in general, like AI is like a broad thing as a more nuanced topic. I mean, yeah, I mean, it could be used in like good ways, but like the really annoying, weird AI stuff that we've been seeing, I don't think that's gonna be like pushed as hard as like we think it is. I think we're gonna find better uses of more efficient and just more like more moral uses of AI, I would say, because I feel like for companies, the generative AI push they've been doing is not popular among a lot of people. Just like, I know we kind of think of things like the people talking about it online, we think, oh, that's probably an echo chamber, but it's not just the echo chamber of people talking about it online. It's like, just a lot of other people have been like not really liking how companies have been like advertising it.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's probably going to be a lot of changes, I would say, in how like AI and things are handled.
Yeah, I think. Well, I know there's a bit of legal stuff with it too, which I know is definitely a thing. But I think the thing that companies are gonna realize eventually is that it just kind of helps no one, right? You know, it's funny. You have a company like Sony that spends like $400 million making a bad game, but like at least they paid the people, you know.
Yeah.
At least they paid those people for content creation. People are like, oh, they spend a lot of money. Well, the people earned it, right? Because they worked on the game, that, you know. And you know, there's situations like that where it's like they're paying their people to make something, and there's companies like, we're not gonna try to pay as many people. Like, I don't know, Ubisoft is a good example. Like, or like get rid of our senior staff so we can get younger people and pay them less. We don't have to pay a lot of money. Which apparently what they're doing with Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah.
So, you know, companies just have to figure out what's the most efficient and best way of doing things, and you know, that's what we're kind of seeing right now, right? I think AI can be used for a lot of good things. I think, like, you know, AI recommendations, like, that's fine, or AI say you know, for generating say some ideas, or even like, you know, say you're trying to write something and AI can be like, listen, you should change, they like Grammarly, it's like an AI, right? So
yeah,
you know,
though
like,
I do kind of have some problems with Grammarly, because I
don't have it, like I have it deleted actually, but there are like similar tools to Grammarly that, especially since like they want you to buy it, like things and
the thing is, I kind of like trying to correct my own grammar, because it just kind of makes me a better writer when doing it, I guess. I just like, I don't know, I like, Grammarly could be fine sometimes, but like, I guess like sometimes it can be a bit off. It doesn't understand the context of what you're trying to write.
Yeah, but I think if you're, let's say you're writing something and like, you know, there's like just a slightly better way, or you know, it's still your writing, but you made a mistake on something, like it can definitely help you fix something, right? AI can be used for that in a lot of good ways. But when it's like, oh, we're gonna just use AI to write all the character dialogue in the entire game, then it's like, yeah, okay, or you know, I went and you know, yeah, exactly, like how the voice, like, you know, you can really replicate people's voice. Now it's funny when there's like videos about Joe Biden, Trump, and Obama playing Minecraft, you know. Have you seen those videos?
Oh yeah, I've seen those
Like,
before. Yeah.
Oh, those are funny. Like, you know, when it comes to something like that, you know, that's all good fun, right? But when it's a company be like, you know, let's just ask the actor for permission and just use their voice without them actually recording anything. That's kind of weird. And I mean, obviously we've played around with a bit of that stuff with the character AI and how it's very accurate and it's kind of scary. And you know, sometimes I've heard videos where I'm like, it's just AI, it's just a real person. It's kind of hard to tell. But other times you can tell, okay, it's clearly an AI. Because they like sound the same in every single like way that they're saying their intonation.
Yeah.
You know, but some other stuff, it's just kind of weird.
Also, I wanted to talk a little more about the Switch 2. Just kind of.
Yeah, I think we're getting a bit. Maybe we're getting a bit off topic. But I mean, it's still fun to talk.
Yeah,
about.
the thing is, this is a live stream. It's fine if we get off topic a little bit, but
yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah,
it's...
for sure.
But I wanted to...
Yeah, I think, I was just actually looking online here, though. It's like, leaker of the day of the PS5 Pro and Nintendo Alarmo published this announcement of the Switch 2, possibly revealed on January 17th with the launch of March 3rd. Along with this, the long-awaited Mario Kart 9, Red Dead Redemption 2, and a trailer for the new 3D Mario. The retail price would be $400 in Canada.
I don't think this is true, but I could see, Red Dead 2 happening on the Switch 2, because they did put the remaster, the first game, on fairly recently, like a year and a half ago, I believe. It might have been like a little before or after that, I don't remember, but they put that on fairly recently.
Yeah.
So I could definitely...
You know, like, yeah, you know, the only thing that's making me confused, like that I do agree, because I would think that, you know, Rockstar, Take-Two, those kind of companies would be really interested in Switch, you know?
Yeah.
They can put a lot of their games on there. But honestly, the only thing that gets me confused of this, like, leak is retail price in Canada $400. That's too low. The Switch in Canadian dollars is $400. Right? It's $399 Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
So to me that's a bit low. Like, I think the Switch OLED in Canadian dollars is $450, and the light. You know how much the light was? I have it on my poster here from actually GameStop. It says $260. That's how much the Switch Lite was. Right? So
yeah,
Switch Lite was quite expensive. So, but like for a more powerful console, I don't understand why anyone would be like, oh, I could just buy. I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, why would anyone go to, unless they made the price lower for this Nintendo Switch in general?
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, like, they would have. I kind of find it crazy that they haven't lowered the price of the base Switch at all.
Yeah,
that
like,
is
I'm
just
looking
weird.
Here, that the OLED version, Canadian dollars is $450. I never bought one, but you know, $450 is quite a bit. So,
like, you know,
I never ended up getting one.
The thing is, I feel like if Nintendo did a price cut of the base Switch, it would have outsold the PS2 by now. It would, like,
yeah.
I could see that with 100% confidence.
Yeah, I find it weird. Is that?
Oh,
yeah, that's the thing. Why would the new?
I was talking about the.
I know you're talking about the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a feeling that you're saying that.
Yeah, because there's a character called Anton in the game.
Oh. Okay, that's good. All the Antons everyone's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, that doesn't make sense to me. Why would the Switch 2 be more expensive than the Nintendo Switch OLED? That makes no sense. That doesn't make sense. Now, if it was $400 USD, I'd be like, sure, that makes sense, you know? Maybe the guy messed up, but again, that's like, to say Canadian dollars is way too much of a specific thing that I don't think. That's the thing, like, some people might be like, oh, it's 400 Canadian dollars, but they don't understand that 400 Canadian dollars is very different to US $400. So that's my only concern, right? Is that that's the only thing that does not make sense. They would probably charge the console at least $450 Canadian. 400 is a bit too low for a new system. Like,
Oh
no.
yeah, I agree.
Like I went to the
it,
Walmart
like,
today. Yeah, is it continue?
I was
Sorry.
gonna say, like, cause that is like for those watching, like that's equivalent to like 300 USD, which is the same price
Yeah,
as the
it's
base Switch.
$299.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's $299 US, and then it's $399 Canadian dollars. But like, yeah, it's way too much. And especially since I went to the Walmart and I saw a PlayStation 5, I think was $600 or close to $700 for like the base model, and then the other model was like there was like close to $800 for the one with the disc drive. And then the Pro one was like $979.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? So that one's expensive, from what I saw. So the price doesn't line up, right?
Yeah.
If it was like, oh, okay, the system is gonna be, you know, $400, but like USD, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. But that's the only thing that does not make sense to me. Like launch day, okay, it's a bit close, but they could do it if they really wanted to. And the games, like, I mean, I don't think we are to disagree that we're probably gonna get Mario Kart 9. We're probably gonna get an announcement trailer for 3D Mario at some point. Like that's, you know,
Yeah.
none of that seems like that far off. But the only thing that just doesn't make sense to me is that price. That's way too low.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm expecting like 400 USD. That's what I'm expecting. 350 at the absolute lowest.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's gonna be super
weird.
expensive, but like, yeah, I think like 400 USD makes more sense, I would say.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. I agree with that. The higher of a price that they make it also could be a problem too. And you never know, maybe they're like, oh, the current Switch is good. What? Like that's the thing, right? It could be 400 Canadian dollars and 300 American dollars.
Yeah.
Because I guess the last thing they want is for people to go, oh, it's too expensive, and don't buy
Yeah.
it. So maybe that's why they're doing that. I just find if it's more powerful, why would it be lower? But because then like there'd be literally no reason to buy it unless they do a major cut of a price, right?
Yeah, that's like the only thing, because like they could be doing that, like having like the Switch OLED be like two.
Well,
I guess actually
yeah,
maybe like 250 USD.
Well, because let's just say that they do decide, oh, we're gonna make a Switch 2 OLED edition, right? We're gonna do Switch 2 OLED, and they make that. Then, you know, the price could be that price, right? Of a higher price.
Yeah.
So it could happen. But I just find it a bit low. 'Cause I thought generally it was supposed to be more expensive.
Yeah.
But again, you know, Nintendo might not want to, you know, they learned an important lesson with the 3DS, right? When that came out, it was too expensive. People didn't buy it.
Yeah.
They had to lower the price, so maybe they're like, oh, the Switch worked. Good
But in
price.
general, I just don't think that one specific rumor is true, like with the March 7th one.
it seems a
Because
bit
March
weird.
7th just seems way too early for it to release.
Yeah, I do find that strange. I think the date's too early for sure.
The only reason, the only way I could see that happen is if they do have a Switch 2 version of Xenoblade X Definitive Edition. That is the only way I would see that happening. Like if that was a cross-gen game.
Well, yeah, like think about it though. Think about that. The fact is that Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition is already announced. It has another trailer. There's no special edition though, is there? I don't think so.
I don't
right?
think there is.
That's weird. They've never skipped a special edition. They've never done that.
Yeah. Because even the original version of X had, even the original version of X had a special edition
too. The original had it.
Yeah.
Definitive edition had one. I'm surprised they didn't do it. Maybe they're like, who cares? But that's surprising. But I would say like that's weird though. Imagine the system not even revealed yet, and it would come up before X. Like that's weird.
Yeah.
Like isn't that funny?
Yeah.
And
like, why would they do that?
And also another thing too, like a launch game, right? Let's say there's a launch game, right? Think about this. There's a launch game that is coming out with the system, or probably 2 launch games, right? And we know about Xenoblade X, which is coming out after these launch games. We have no idea what any of these games are. You're telling me these games are going to release in like a few weeks, like in a matter of like weeks, essentially? If we don't even know anything about them, how are stars supposed to... I mean, I guess they could. I mean, 3D All-Stars kind of came out of nowhere, too.
Yeah.
And same with Metroid Prime Remastered, so they could definitely do it, but... Well, that's the thing. You'd think Nintendo, though, would want to also have, like, an ad for the Super Bowl, you know? Because they did it with the original Switch.
I was gonna say, the music in this level sounds so good. It kind of reminds me of Sonic CD a little bit. Have you listened to the Sonic CD Japanese soundtrack before?
I've listened. I don't think I've listened to that version. I've listened to Sonic. I like the Sonic 3D Blast music for the CD. Yeah, I think it's the CD version, right? Or is it the Saturn version of the game?
I forgot which one. But that does have a good soundtrack. That game has
good music, yeah. Let's see, the Super Bowl is on February 9th, because when they announced the original Switch, they did have on the Super Bowl, right? They did have a trailer. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, do you think they'd do the same thing again?
They could.
I mean, they're marketing a new console.
Yeah.
So they might as well spend the money. Put a trailer. But it's pretty soon. That's like one reason why I think maybe they'll announce it sooner rather than later, because at least like they would be put into a position where they'd have to announce it at that point, right? Because a lot of people watch the Super Bowl, so
yeah,
that's like millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of viewers. So put an ad in there, then it'd help them a lot. But they might decide, oh, we don't need to, but I think they should. They're trying to advertise a new product, so that they probably want to do really well. They don't want any Wii U again, so...
I only watch the Super Bowl when my team shows up, so...
Yeah.
But my team has won the most Super Bowls, tied with the Patriots. So they do tend to show up quite a lot. Though I think the last time they won was like 2008, I believe.
Huh.
I'm talking about the Steelers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're
in
Pittsburgh.
Isn't that yeah, Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'm not too good with that knowledge of football teams. I pretty much, we always just watch it to see like the show and see the ads. Like that's whenever we watch the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
It's not like I have a home team to root for, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know too much about all the different teams, but I know some things. But we usually just watch it to see like what ads and stuff, because they always make really cool stuff. see.
I like how
Paper
the
256.
I like how this room just says die on it in Antonblast.
Let's see. Paper 256 said, "I'm a really big fan of Super Paper Mario's OST. I love listening
Oh
to it.
yes,
I actually
Super
really
Paper
like
Mario.
the music in that game. It's
Yes.
just too bad it's not as high as quality as it could be.
I really hope Nintendo Music improves the quality of Super Paper Mario's soundtrack. I really hope it does.
I'm still waiting for them to add a few games, and I want them to add Wii Sports Resort. I want them to add that. I think that's probably inevitable. That game has an amazing soundtrack that I would love to hear on the Switch. I mean, on Switch, on the on phone, I guess. Why isn't the app on Switch as well? Do you find that kind of weird?
Yeah, I think it will be on Switch too. The thing is with the Switch, like a lot of apps run really slowly on it. So
Yeah.
that's why I think they probably didn't. I think that it just kind of makes sense.
Like I'm just so excited though to have enough storage on the next console.
Yeah.
Like, do we know how much storage is going to be in the thing?
I don't know. It might have been leaked somewhere, but I really hope it is like 128 gigabytes at the very least.
Yeah. I don't think there was necessarily a like for sure leak. I think it was the idea that it was gonna have. Oh, okay. There was leaks that it was gonna have 256 gigabytes of storage.
That's good. That's better.
And 12 gigabytes of RAM. But that was in September 2024, so I don't know. And there was another one that said, well, it's low as 64. Let's see. I'm looking around. Apparently, 256 is yeah. Apparently, that's the kind of stuff we're looking at with that, which would be pretty good, you know. I'd be able to download all the games. I mean, especially since you know what's great about Nintendo games, they don't make them 100 gigabytes, you know.
Yeah.
That's such a nice thing. You know, that is one of the best aspects of Nintendo, that the games don't take up a lot of storage. Like Tears of the Kingdom, what, 20 gigabytes or something?
Yeah. I think like in the Switch 2 era games, I'm expecting them to be around like more of them are probably going to be around like 20 gigabytes, I would say. Actually, I don't even think Tears of the Kingdom was 20. I think it was like 15 or something, around that range.
Yeah.
I think
have you also heard that like, yeah, maybe the cartridges could be better too, right? What were you saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say like the comment about like the they're not apps, they're HTML. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because they're like web based. Like with the eShop.
Yeah.
And the
eShop
Nintendo Switch.
sucks.
I'm assuming the Nintendo Switch Online thing too. But yeah, they're basically like web based. That's why they run so slowly on the Switch. So I think the Switch 2 would probably be able to run them better.
Yeah. Also, the Wii Sports Shootout theme does go pretty hard. It's pretty crazy.
And I think that if they do add the Nintendo Music app on there, I think it would probably be like a similar, like a similar web-based thing on there.
Yeah. And you can have you know, you could have a GameCube NSO thing, like that could work. You know, they could easily do something where it's like you can download different GameCube games and they play like the original ones and they work perfectly fine. You know, they could do something like that, right? Because there'd be enough storage for something like that. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. I have a strong feeling that, you know, they will try to take advantage of the more storage in the device. I mean, think about it. The Wii U, the base model had 8 gigabytes. That's like barely anything. Like what?
That's insane. Like you think 32 gigabytes is bad for? you think 32 gigabytes is bad for the original version of the Switch. Like, 8 gigabytes is actually insane.
Well, I know it was 2012, and the Wii didn't have a lot of storage either.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't blame them entirely, because, you know, it was probably expensive. But the Switch having the storage as it does is kind of weird.
Like, I know, like, didn't the Switch, like, I don't even think it was the OLED the only
Switch
version? Yeah, because my version has 32.
Yeah.
Is
The original has 32. OLED has 64. They upgraded it for OLED. I mean, OLED was supposed to be... The point of the OLED was that it was supposed to be the Pro model. They were going to make a model, the console, that was going to be more powerful. That was their original intention.
Yeah.
They were going to make it more like the new Nintendo 3DS, where it could play games a lot better, had some powerful features, developers could take advantage. You know, they were going to give it some more upgrades here and there. That was the idea, but for whatever reason, they didn't do the hardware stuff, and they just stuck with the screen, the dock, the Ethernet, and the 64 gigabytes, and that's all they did.
Yeah.
Right? And, you know, that's all they did, and that's fine, you know, especially for someone who doesn't have a system. Like, that's the one to get, right? But, you know, I think a lot of people have been just waiting for a newer console, because, like, what's the point in getting that if you're gonna just get another one eventually soon, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks, but, you know, hopefully we'll have a lot of storage. And I mean, have you seen that leak of the box? The boxes of the game apparently will be bigger.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's interesting.
I don't know how to feel about.
I don't know.
You know,
well,
like on one hand, it's like, okay, they're bigger, but it's like the cartridge is still small, and also one thing I really don't like, is that like they won't fit with my Switch game shelf. Like they're too big. They're gonna be like a Wii game or something.
The thing is, I hope they have the one thing that I'm hoping is that they have like the same, like they're just wider, but I just hope they like have the same, like, I guess, like, I don't know, like
thickness.
Thickness, I guess.
Like the spine is thin, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Like, that kind of idea. Yeah, I just think they should just keep them the same, but.
Yeah, well, I think
the
reason they're doing this, I think, is to like make them different enough from the Switch 1 case. I think that's probably what they're doing, so people won't get confused.
Yeah, but at the same time, they don't have to worry about. Well, actually, you know what? That's a good point. I just thought about something. Like, what if someone, let's say Grandma, she goes out to buy a game for little Dim, right? And she's like, oh, this game looks fun. So she buys it and it doesn't work for the console. That's what I think they're going to try to avoid.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, if it looks the same... Like think about the Game Boy Color ones. They're different, right? They look different, the cartridges, and it's like... Although they did make it a bit confusing, because some games wouldn't work on the older ones and stuff like that, but... And that was a bit confusing stuff. I could imagine some kid getting a Game Boy Color game that just was not compatible with their Game Boy at all. Some of them were, some Game Boy Color games are compatible, but maybe that's what they're trying to avoid, is, you know, someone going to the store, buying a game like Mario Odyssey 2 Deluxe, and buying it and then it doesn't work because it's for the new thing and not the old thing. That's maybe what they're going to try to avoid. But, you know, because I mean the 3DS cases are different from the DS ones, right? So that's a good point. The 3DS ones are a lot thinner than the DS cases. They look a little different, so you can't play 3DS games in your DS. So actually, you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense.
This boss is so good.
I think it'd be a little bit it'd be a little bit annoying for the collection. We need the 3DS nub. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but I don't think we necessarily need it if we have the second analog stick that the 3DS didn't have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope GameCube NSO comes for Switch 2, considering it's been heavily removed for years now. Yeah, I think it will probably see some aspect of GameCube games, even if it's like for NSO. You know how like PS Plus for PlayStation, you can download the old games, and you just download them just like, you know, how you would download anything else on the system.
Yeah.
And that's really neat because, you know, you don't have to go onto an app and then pick the games. And I think it works fine for the NSO games we have now, like Game Boy, Game Boy Color, NES, Super NES, Genesis, all that kind of stuff, right? N64. It works well because those games aren't that big, right? But for GameCube games, they're quite large. Like, most of them are like a gigabyte averagely. Maybe some of them are a bit lower, but most of them are quite big that, you know, you can't really do something. Oh, you mean on the cartridge? Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the nub on the thing, like the C-stick. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, you need that little, yeah, that little sort of, I guess you could say nub, yeah. For the cartridge that you can go in. I assume they're gonna do that because or else things will be weird. But do you think they're gonna taste as bad?
I don't know.
Do you remember when like the system came out and I was just like tasting it? Like,
yeah, I tasted them too.
Like that. Yeah, like, you know what's so annoying though? Like that happens when like I'd be touching the cartridge. I'll put it inside the system and then I'll like put my finger on my tongue and I'll be like, oh, like you can still taste, like it lingers.
Yeah.
It doesn't go away. Is it like do they like spray the cartridges? Like what do they do?
I don't know.
Is it the plastic itself that has that taste? I don't know. Yeah,
I really like this boss.
I wonder what would happen if you tried to play a DS game. I mean, a Nintendo Switch 1 game on Nintendo Switch 2.
Or a Switch 2 one, yeah.
Switch 2 game on Nintendo Switch 1, yeah.
Switch 1,
I wonder what would happen.
I'm guessing it will like have an error message or something.
YouTube short. Yeah, look forward to that YouTube short when I make it. That'll be an interesting thing. Yeah, that's probably what would happen. I don't know, it's so interesting. They probably have some sort of error on it. It'd be kind of weird. Yeah, like it's just funny having leaks every day. This thing must be next week then. It must have an announcement then with the next week. Because honestly, even just to have like, I don't want to have a new rumor every single day for the next.
Yeah,
like,
that has been happening for like
months. Like
yeah.
You know, well, they'd have to announce it before April, so, or whatever, or March. So they can't just sleep on it until, oh, now we're gonna announce it. So I don't know, they have to announce it as possible.
Wow, I
right?
barely touched the hitbox of that and it just instantly died.
Let's see, where was the announcement? Here it is, I found it. This is for a car. President of Nintendo will make an announcement about the successor of Nintendo Switch within this fiscal year. We will have been over 9 years since we announced existence. We'll be holding a Nintendo Switch Direct. That was good. Remember when they told us they were gonna do a Direct?
Yeah.
They like never do that. That was
like the
they
only
actually
time
expected
they ever did that. Yeah.
Yeah, we had never like expected it. And then, let's see, please be aware that there'll be no mention for Switch 2 successor. Yeah, this fiscal year. So, it would have to be... Wait, Let's see. Nintendo's fiscal year ends on March 31st of each year. Based on the statement, the successor to the Nintendo Switch will be announced before March 31st, 2025. So, they could wait until February or later March to announce the thing. but I don't think that they will.
Yeah.
Right? Because they don't have any, like, what, after Xenoblade, do you think they'd really announce any more games for the Switch 1, like, that are coming out, like, right after it? Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe Metroid Prime could be the last one. That I'm very interested to see. Are they just gonna cut off the software there? Are they gonna be like, oh, there's still lots of games that are coming to the Switch? Like Kirby, Planet Robobot, and other ones. They could do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's honestly, I'm pretty confused of what exactly will happen.
Yeah.
Well, as long as they do a good job with the system and it looks good and it works well.
Probably March reveal. They can't wait that long. They really can't.
Yeah, March would be a little bit of a while.
I don't know why they would wait that long. Like, what would they even do in February? Like, what would they even do in February?
They have nothing. They have nothing after. They have nothing after March of games, and it's not like that's the thing. Let's just say that they did have games for like April and stuff, right? Like, think about a year ago. They only had games up until, was it Princess Peach Showtime?
Oh, I like this level.
Yeah, I think a year ago they had Princess Peach Showtime, right? That was the only game that had the last game they had announcements for. And then what happened is that after they had done the reveal of, was it Mario Day? Right? Mario Day. That's when they showcased. No, they did Endless Ocean first, so that
yeah, and then
was that direct in February?
Yeah, the partner showcase. Yeah, that was weird how they revealed that in the partner showcase, because that
was not
first party
game.
Yeah, because that is a first party game. Even though it's not developed by Nintendo, it still is considered a first party game and a Nintendo-owned franchise.
Yeah, because you can say the same thing for stuff like Famicom Detective Club. You can say the same thing for NES Edition. Like, they could have easily, like, honestly, I don't know why they didn't just do another Direct and just bundle all of that kind of stuff together. They could have easily put NES Edition within a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I don't understand. It's like, if they really wanted to, they could have just done a Nintendo Direct Mini, have Endless Ocean be your opening game, and have the NES Championship Edition thing be at the end, and then put Thousand Year Door, and then put Luigi's Mansion release date. Instead, they put it in the Mario 10-day thing.
Yeah.
Which was weird, and you can tell they were in a really weird, like, they had no clue what they were doing. Yeah, so they must have a plan, of what they want to do.
Also, I just wanted to say, this is actually one of my favorite levels in the game, just because of how weird it is. It's kind of like a liminal space type thing. It's just like, kind of like back rooms / pull rooms kind of thing. I really like it. I just really like the vibes that it has. These enemies here kind of remind...
Very quiet. Oh, sorry, I was just reading up this comment.
These enemies here in this level kind of remind me of the unused dark matter thing from Kirby 64. Actually, just dark matter in general from Kirby 64.
Yeah. It's a cool looking level. I like how the art style of this game. It goes for the pixel look, but it doesn't look like that. It has like a good art style to it, right? Because sometimes some games fall into that like typical pixel art look. Where this game has like a lot of flair to it, right?
Yeah.
And I like how when you jump into the doors, it's exactly like Wario Land of the Virtual Boy, and you go to the background.
Yeah.
But that is they exactly took that out of the game, which I think is neat.
Yeah.
Paper 256 said early 2024 was a very quiet year for Nintendo. in my opinion. Yeah, well, I think that everyone can say that it was a very strange part of the year. The fact that they waited for a lot of things. I don't know why. They took their sweet time. Let's just say that.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad though that we finally, that at least this year looks like it's gonna be a bit different, and we're gonna get hopefully a good timeline of games. Like the fact that we could actually be getting a new 3D Mario game, a new Mario Kart 9, and a bunch of other stuff this year sounds pretty crazy. But I suppose we also never expected that we would get a new Mario and Luigi, and new Mario Party and other stuff this year as well. So
yeah, honestly, I am really surprised they didn't save Mario Party for the Switch 2. Like, that seems like the obvious thing they would just like save that. I don't know. It's just really
weird.
Just
wanted it. Like to me, like one thing I don't really get is that how it was said that the Switch 2 was supposed to come out in 2024. What I don't get is that Mario and Luigi and Mario Party were they were planned for Switch 1 all along then, but like they couldn't have released them last year because it was jam-packed last year. So it was a jamboree,
Yeah.
Last year was a lot of games, so it doesn't really make sense to me that they would have been like, oh, we're just gonna have a bunch of games, we're just gonna make them in like a few months if the system doesn't come out. They were clearly working on those games for a while, and they were clearly working on them for Switch in mind, so I don't know. Doesn't really make much sense. Like, I don't think they would have been making a Mario and Luigi for the beginning.
I mean, yeah, if it didn't look like a Switch 1, because all the games that released this year still looked like Switch 1 games. It's...
Yeah.
Yeah, this level is so good. But yeah, it's But yeah, I think the Switch 2 is either going to be revealed next week or the week after. I kind of understand what you're saying, with Donkey Kong Country Returns, that doesn't really affect it that much, because yeah, Nintendo does treat these ports like new games sometimes, but at the same time, it's January. I don't know, I feel like Nintendo doesn't really care about January releases that much.
Yeah. I mean, they could wait till February since nothing, but again, nothing is there in February, right? That might be where they do the big blowout of information, you know what I mean? That might be where it's like, okay, they do the trailer next week, after Donkey Kong comes out, they do the trailer, they drop it. Again, they're just dropping a trailer. Maybe announce pre-orders are going up.
Yeah.
And then say, oh, tune in early February to learn more about this system. And then February, the first few weeks of February, you watch the video or trailer, or they do a presentation, Nintendo Direct, where they talk about the console, they show a bunch of games being developed for it, and then from there, they say, okay, these are the games, this would be the launch game, maybe, they talk about some of the games that they show in the original, in the launch, in the first trailer, and there you go, right?
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to say, hey, Fawful the Great. Yeah, it was,
hey.
nice seeing your stream earlier, and yeah, happy birthday again.
Oh, nice. Happy birthday.
This level still isn't over yet.
I just do hope that, it's funny to me. It's I just hope something happens. It's been such a long time.
Yeah.
You know, it's been such a long time, and it's been such a long time that not much has happened. And sometimes it feels like we're never gonna get an announcement. Doesn't it feel that way?
Yeah.
And that, you know, instead we might just we might get an announcement of something random.
Yeah, imagine if they reveal Kirby Planet Robobot HD or Deluxe or whatever it's going to be called before the Switch 2. That would be kind of funny.
Like it will. Yeah, sometimes it feels like it's never gonna happen, and that they're just gonna do another Nintendo Direct partner showcase in February.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be like, oh, here's Endless Ocean, another one. Here's we're introducing Famicom Detective Club MEO Revenge. Here's like some NES Championships, no, SNES edition. Here's like Alarmo version 2. Like, it just feels like we're just gonna go in an infinite loop of that over and over and over and over again. Like, sometimes it just feels like that, but yeah.
Yeah. There we go. I'm just at the point where I'm like, alright, Nintendo has to reveal the damn thing. These leaks are out of control. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's just like, I can't wait until March for this. Like, we just keep having all of these, like, leaks. Like, every single day. It is so annoying.
It is. It just, you know, sometimes it just feels like it never will get announced. And that they'll just be like, here's another leak, and another leak, and another leak. But, I mean, you know, we should get the announcement. We should get it soon. We just have to wait a bit longer. Maybe the leaker Moisty Charlie is right.
Yeah.
I get that's his username. I mean, yeah.
Anyone think there should be a Mario Paint sequel because of the Switch 2's mouse? That would actually be really cool. I'd actually really like a sequel to Mario Paint.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Maybe they're gonna. You know what? I actually just thought of a 4D idea. I actually just thought of
4D chess idea.
Yeah, I just thought of a 4D idea. It's just 4D.
Oh, I was like, no. No, I was like, I thought you were gonna say a 4D chess move from Nintendo to do something weird. Like,
well,
actually,
no. I just remembered something. I don't know if you remember a while back, there was a data mine for the Super Nintendo, the app, right? You know, the NSO Super NES app. There was a data mine thing found in that app that had SNES mouse support. Do you remember that? Yeah,
I remember that.
I just thought of that right now. No one's brought this up, but they did add that. And guess what? If we're getting that mouse with this Joy-Con, then they're gonna add Mario Paint, and we can play it.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Yeah, like Mario Paint on SNES Online. Also, Mario and
Wario as well.
Yeah.
They could do a bunch of games. They can even say, oh, we can add the light gun games too, because those work the same way, kind of. They could easily add that, like they did with like they can easily add light gun support with a mouse.
Yeah, they should.
A lot of emulators do that.
And they should combine that with Mario Maker so that you can combine tile set or customize tile sets for levels and compose music for them. Yeah, that would be amazing if they combine like Mario Maker and Mario Paint. There's a rumor going around that the Halo Master Chief Collection is could be coming to Switch 2. I wouldn't be surprised by that.
Xbox is going to put everything on that system.
Yeah.
They're money hungry right now, and they will do literally anything that they can possibly do. So you will see every Xbox title make its way over.
Yeah. I think
right. Even Sony, I bet you Sony, they're gonna put a few games on as well, like they did with the Horizon Lego one. And,
they're not gonna be
I
like
think
many
MLB.
things though, because Sony still views Nintendo as a competitor, so I don't think they're gonna. Microsoft doesn't.
I wouldn't be surprised though. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of Sony stuff because it's on Steam.
Yeah.
They put their games on Steam, and that's technically like the Steam Deck could be a competitor to their system.
But I'm gonna
right, like why? Yeah,
I just wanted to say that I kind of wanted to wrap up the stream now, just since I didn't want to go on for too long. But yeah, I'm just gonna read a few more comments here, and then I think I'll finish up the stream. But I've been wanting a WarioWare DIY 2 for a bit. Yeah, that would be great. Or Game Builder Garage 2 as well. Or like make a box art for the Super Worlds. Yeah, that would be really cool as well. Xbox Live! They're gonna put Astrobot so I can buy it again.
Astrobot looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to play it at some point. I want to see if I could just either find someone who has a PS5 or like
I'm
get
hoping
a PS5
that
at some
maybe
point.
it will come to PC at some point. If they're that interested. I guess the only thing that just doesn't really make sense is that the game is designed around the PlayStation hardware and stuff.
It's like putting It's like putting Nintendo Land on a PC, basically.
I mean, well, yeah, it's like because you write on the controller and it's designed for the controller. That's the only thing why it'd be cool if it was on PC. And again, they could do it if they really want to. They could be like, oh, you can just get a controller and play the game. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It is about the controller and the system. I mean, like you literally ride around on like a PlayStation 5. So I don't know. It might be cool, but it's also good that they do have a game for it. So
yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching the stream. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. And yeah.